This is Southside Steve, and this is the Yet Come On Show. The Yet Come On Show podcast is about life, liberty, and the pursuit of show business. These guys are in show business. And you're probably going, I don't recognize them. They haven't been in any movies. Maybe you dated this guy if you're in your 30s, 40s. He's dying to know who his mom is, but hey, whatever. No, I joke. But these are two really nice guys that have figured it out. And we'll start by letting you know they are father-son. They have their own business. The business is called the Hart Boys. Last name Hart. H-A-R-T, and they've got their phone number, which I can see clear as a bell, 770-330-8266. Why do you call them? Because you don't want to do your windows. They're going to be doing my house. My wife literally said, and again, this is Rob and Donovan, and they own this company, and this company is strictly an outdoor window cleaning company. They can be persuaded to do indoor, but they'd rather not, but they can work it out. If you have a super high window, they might do you a solid for a nice tip. Am I out of school on that?
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right?
Yeah.
All your pressure washing needs, whatever you need.
So when you talk about what you're doing, it's not just cleaning windows, it's cleaning the exterior of the home.
Anything that can be cleaned on the exterior part of a home will clean. Roof washing, house washing, windows, gutters, decks, fences, pretty much everything. We'll also seal stain decks of any magnitude, concrete, a lot of stuff. But yeah, we're really trying to, our bread and butter is pressure washing and window cleaning right now. So.
And window cleaning is a thing. My wife brought it up to me literally out of the blue. She's like, we moved in the house 7 years ago. We've never had the windows cleaned. And you see over the years, those spiders, those yellow spiders, whatever those damn things are, they're all in up the high corners. And then they leave behind debris, and the wind's not enough to knock down their webs. And before you know it, your house looks like a haunted house.
And those spiders are invasive. There's some that have come recently in the past year, and it has been a terrible spider season. A lot of our clients are there's so many cobwebs at all these houses, especially if you have a little bit of wood area.
That's our main concern.
It's your main concern. And just to talk about it, when we talk about life, liberty, and the pursuit of show business, that's doing what you want to do for a living. Rob and I actually go back. Where we are right now is an Exit Wealth studio, unfinished studio. So you guys are getting the unfinished look of our podcast as well as our radio show on Fox FM.
With the ground floor.
That's it, with me and Jeff Cole, who's behind the camera right now. Hi, Jeff.
Hi.
That's good, Jeff.
That's good.
Jeff, hold that camera steady. Seriously.
That's like me on vacation. The guy behind the camera.
The guy behind the camera. But the cool thing is that you used to work with Ted Jenkins. Yep. So you were in the investment land. So tell your story for a second. How did you get here?
Well, back in the day, when we met, I was working with Ted. We did some promotions. I was working with Ted and Kyle, Oxygen Financial. And, we went through the whole Great Recession, things going on. I got out of within a decade, started Merrill doing, financial advisor and everything. And
so Merrill Lynch, so you leave Oxygen Financial for Merrill Lynch.
It's the other way around. I started Merrill.
You started with Merrill Lynch and then went to Oxygen, which I would have done because, again, Ted Jenkins, who owns Exit Wealth, the studio we're in, and Exit Stage Left Advisors, owned Oxygen Financial, which he just sold. And, that was a company, he'd been with us for 15 years on the radio on Rock 100.5, and you were there in the beginning.
Yeah.
So you decided, hey, I'll go with more of a boutique rather than the large company.
Oh, definitely. I mean, we were, Merrill, Stan, when Neil took the big fall, and it came, everyone, all the wirehouses got eaten up by the banks, and that's when I went independent with Ted and Kyle. And I think we're, what was it, Driving and Crying at your Clear Channel.
Yes.
A little concert there in the morning. It's going up the elevator, and I can't be doing this in the morning. And I'm like, wow, oh, this is the band.
Yes.
Cool, man.
We make the band come in early. Mornings are not easy. Bands don't like showing up at radio shows at 7 a.m., but they do it. Ron White didn't like it. Bert Kreischer's the only one I knew it did. Certain guests, certain comedians don't mind. They know they have to go in and do a morning show, which is what Ted was doing. It's one way to get your business out, the same way with doing this podcast right now. Because when we had the Yet Come On show, outside of getting drunk, which Yet Come On Bourbon Whiskey is our sponsor, it was just more fun to say, hey, we're chasing it by doing the podcast. Let's talk to others that are chasing it and try to help good small businesses. So I vetted you, and I saw that you were in the neighborhood. You were tactful. You sent out a message saying, "I'm in your neighborhood. Where you're currently working. If you're wanting your windows clean, contact me." Very sneaky way, just pops up on my phone. It does work. Maybe that's your dad doing that for you, because with you work for Oxygen Financial, then you leave Oxygen.
Yeah. I got out of in the Great Recession. Then I kind of took a little pause, parked my license, and I got into mortgages, and that a lot easier than explaining all the intricacies with credit investors and doing investments. So I took a little pause doing mortgages. It was great for a decade. Obviously great during the whole run-up, COVID, and the rates being down. When they shot back up, quickest jump in 40 years, I got a little bandwidth. So I had that extra bandwidth, and he was building this company. He came back from Israel. I was like, okay, I think I can carve off some time and help you grow your company.
What were you doing in Israel?
So I'll give you a little background about myself. So dating back to getting out of college about 5-6 years ago now, something like that.
Way back.
Way back then? Well, I wouldn't say way back then. When I was getting out of college in high school 5 years ago.
Busting your balls.
But I found myself right out of college doing IT recruiting. Some recruiting firm, reached out to me, and I was like, all right, I'll try this out. Tried the corporate world out. It was cool and all. Found out real quickly I didn't want to deal with the corporate bureaucracy and all the animosity with office politics and drama and all that. And it's like 2.5 years at this company, and that was it. I was done with it. I was like, all right, I'd much rather start my own thing, have my own freedom, and, pursuit of doing whatever I want. I've got entrepreneurs in my family, and just married, which I'll get to, a woman who has nothing but entrepreneurs in her family, and kind of helped push me the extra mile to finally grow a pair and take action and start my business.
Did you hear that? That is incredible. Not many guests come on the Yeah Come On show and say that their wife, their spouse, or their girlfriend pushed them into being an entrepreneur. My wife is, please God, get a corporate gig again. Please get insurance. Please get an HSA.
You'd never hear that, especially with women. They want the security and all that. And she was like, You'll do it. I believe in you. You're a go-getter. You're a hustler. Okay. I have no doubt that you'll be able to make it. So, anyways, that leads to I was still working in the IT recruiting realm. She'd come here on a tourist visa for a year. I met her.
Did you already say that?
No.
Israel.
Here's the funny part. I was wondering why you were in Israel. I'm like, are you super Jewish? Or B, did you just want to fight for their right to exist? C, is the chick Jewish?
Chick is Jewish. She's beautiful. So that just kind of went hand in hand. I was like, all right, I'll take it.
Hold on 1 second. I'm talking to your dad. Is she a 7, 8, 9, 10?
Oh, I give her the 10. I give her 10.
There aren't many 10s.
It's hard to go for a 10. I mean, a 10, let's say 9.9. Let's be realistic here.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, 10s are tough, but 9.9. The guy behind the camera, Jeff Cole, my co-host, he gets drunk and he's all about 4, 5s, and 6s.
Someone's got something up.
I never got a 10, but one night I had 5 2s.
There you go.
5.
That's a George Carlin joke.
That was
just give some credit.
Jeff just ripped off George Carlin from behind the camera. So your girl is. So how did y'all meet? If she's in Israel,
so she came on a tourist visa here right after COVID. We hit it off. Have you heard of an app called Hinge? Dating platform. It's a little bit classier than Tinder.
All right. Well, again, I've got to go behind the camera to a guy that's on a dating platform. Jeff, have you heard of Hinge?
I have. I've never been on it, but I have heard of it. That's the newest.
It's like the modern, younger crowd's version of like eHarmony, something like that.
All right. So you literally got on Hinge.
Yeah.
This is great. I did not know this. Go ahead.
And I vetted out the prospects and I found the right one. No, but we actually had our first day at Pure right up the street in Alpharetta. And the rest is history. It all went well. She had to leave the country after her visa expired. We were dating long distance.
I want to bring that up. She left the country after her visa expired. People, when your visa expires, you do need to go if you're not a citizen.
Yeah.
Just saying. Maybe I shouldn't have brought that in on your podcast.
It was huge backlash for us. We learned it the hard way. It made the whole immigration process real tedious.
Is she looking to become an American citizen?
Oh, she got a green card now, but good Lord, it took a long time.
But you did it the right way. And you know what? Let's just make a point. Maybe it should be easier to become a citizen if you want to be vetted.
Yeah, if you do the right process and everything.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But right before October 7th, he was living there for a month or two. And
oh my God.
What I'm
trying to get to is I was giving the whole backstory, and she left the country for a year. We dated long distance, whatever, kind of on and off, or I wasn't sure. And then I was just getting sick and tired of I had a nice life here with my IT recruiting role, all my friends and a bunch of stuff, and I was like, all right, fuck it, let's just go. I proposed to her when we were in France. We took a little month trip there. Proposed to her.
Did you do it in the Eiffel Tower? Is that where people do that?
No, that's boring.
That's just too boring.
Yeah,
too
cliche. So you just pick like an alleyway where somebody puked?
Exactly. That's the true French way nowadays. On the wall. That's the real France way.
Look, nobody would expect
That'd be more
me.
authentic.
Yeah, very authentic.
Yeah, we use arches over there at
I went in Marseille, and there was
nice.
We had a beautiful little evening there, but and then after that, she came up with a great idea while we were there. She was like, well, if you're not really happy, being over there, separated from me, and I hate my life without you. And she was like, why don't you just come live in Israel? And I was like, give up my life and just give it all and just
move to
over
Israel
there and do it. Screw it. Why not?
It seemed safe at the time. So before the war, right? So, yeah.
Hey, Dad, going to Israel later.
Yeah. And I got there 2 months before the atrocities and the October 7th
so horrible.
And I tell everyone, I was like, I'm the bad luck charm. But no, I mean, it was.
But you weren't anywhere close to any of that.
I was a 20-minute drive from Gaza City.
Away.
Yeah, right next door. Yeah.
Was it just being there, just to take a sidestep from your company and being on the Come On Show podcast? Again, we're with, this is Donovan and this is Rob, his dad, and they own Hart Boys, which is a cleaning service. And we're talking windows, houses, everything you can think of that needs to be cleaned that you don't want to clean. And the price is right, too. I'll be honest with you. He's about to do my home this coming Monday. But that being said, when you're over there and you haven't started this company, you don't know what you're going to do. I don't know what you were doing in Israel. Had you found employment? But also, what was it like being there after that occurred, where people just wrecked and was it just horrible being 20 minutes away from Gaza?
It was tough. It was scary times. It was sad times, but more than anything, it was patriotic times I've never seen. It was basically their 9/11. And the entire country they're already a group of people that are some of the biggest tight niche group of community,
and they're fearless,
yeah, and that just brought it to the next level. They all came together and were unified as one, like you've never seen before.
You just poked the tigers what they did.
And
literally.
But no, they're really amazing people once you get to know them. I mean, there's a lot of negative connotations about many stigmatisms, different groups and all that, but
what do they think of Americans?
They love, well, just like most of the world, a lot of people think Americans can be stupid, but they love Americans.
Do they watch Baywatch?
They love them some Pamela.
Okay, let's check. I don't know what programs you're watching over there. I don't know was Yellowstone over? Because that kind of fits the Israel.
No, they actually, I'm talking to some Israelis that love it, Yellowstone.
Guys are good. Yeah, he's a warrior.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny. So then you're over there, and then you decide you're going to bring her back here?
Yeah, well, I decided that the minute I met her, really. But yeah,
plan, right?
That was always her plan. Since she was a little girl, she always wanted to live in America. She had the American dream. Everyone told her, she's like, she's crazy. She's like, stay in Israel, stay with the community. And she's like, no, I'm probably more American than most Americans because how much.
That's the way I felt about the South Side. I was on the South Side, but I got a lot of North Side in me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do both. But I got you. Sometimes you have to be where the type of action you're looking for is. So you actually do business north of Atlanta. And for, all of the people watching that live on the South Side, it's just a joke. You can only go so far when you're a small company. So your work right now primarily is Sandy Springs, Marietta, Roswell, Woodstock, Alpharetta, maybe a little Canton.
Milton, yeah,
Milton.
up to Canton. We'll even go out to what is it, Lawrenceville, stuff like that. Yeah.
Just want to know your territory. It's more of a northern territory. And do you work deals with businesses and do you work deals with, for instance, I've got a friend that owns a bunch of Dunkin' Donuts. You could clean all his Dunkin' Donuts, or do you go in and do a deal with a subdivision and HOA hires you? Does that happen?
We do it all. We'll just do single. We'll go from doing single residential stuff to we have some commercial contacts, a lot of HOA groups, property management stuff. And have done a few Starbucks locations, restaurants and a couple odds ends. Downtown Roswell, I've done a few of their restaurants down there. Well, yeah, anything from residential to commercial, we can handle.
Well, when you clean, and again, so when you move back here, because I love the backstory, I love your story too. So you're like, I had a downtime because I'm doing mortgages. The interest rates went 6, 7, 8%. Nobody's doing refis. People that are buying houses probably aren't happy about it, but they're buying. So there is work.
Yeah.
And then you've got downtime. And then your girl that we're talking about, when you move over and you're now in the U.S., you decide you're done with the corporate gig you walked away from to move to Israel, and you're going to do a startup. So how long have the Hart Boys been in business?
About a year and a half. Started the first 7-8 months in Charlotte. When I first got back, I was really trying to, because I've got nostalgic ties to Charlotte just because I was born there and grew up there till I was, 6 or 7 when we moved down here.
Your grandpa's still there.
Yeah, my granddad's still there. So I started, the company.
Business in Charlotte.
Started the business there, living with my granddad in the basement there.
Smaller market.
Smaller market.
Saturated.
That's good.
And it took off like a charm, right off the bat, way faster than I expected. It was awesome. Even started subcontracting for a Christmas light installation for a company nearby, one of the top dogs in Charlotte, actually, number 2 guy. That found me because he said I was just so persistent, putting out yard signs nonstop. Next day, the city pulls them, kept getting, people saying they're going to find me. And then
they're miniature billboards. And most HOAs, I promise you, when you do my work, if you've got your Hart Boys sign, it'll be on my lawn because I want my neighbors to see it. And we kind of got like a 72-hour window, 4 days, and nobody's going to say a thing. By then, everybody's seen it. Yeah. Nobody's on vacation right now, so you're good. And that's what people are going to. And then when they see your truck in the driveway, I get the usual 3 phone calls. Mm-hmm. Hey man.
That's perfect. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, come on. And I'm going to tell you, ask for a yeah, come on deal. Anybody that comes on the Yeah, Come On Show podcast. But doing this, like I said, you'll be doing my home. And you guys deal with different things. Some people have window treatment, and I guess you guys know what chemicals to use. We have that window treatment inside, and there's like the guy told us you can't use regular cleaner on this, you'll screw it up.
Right.
And that's the last thing we want to do, because otherwise the sun will literally scald my family. It's that bright coming through. So this tinting lowers it, but it's still pretty damn bright for a couple hours. Mm-hmm. So you know how to handle those type of things. Tinted windows, anything you're going to deal with the size homes you're dealing with up here. Mm-hmm. And you have obviously 2 crews, and you can contact these guys. With the work that you're doing, I even have issues with my roof. I had some stuff on my roof just where the mold and everything. So you guys go up and do some of that work as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yesterday.
Just did a massive, roof wash yesterday.
Really?
Had an entire ecosystem growing on the roof. It was grimy.
When there's a plant on the roof, that's a problem.
I think they had a 4 foot.
They actually had a tree sprout. Sprouting out from the crevice.
Oh my God!
Way overdue. Now it looks pristine with a brand new roof. She's loving it.
I love it. And to people right now watching, it's not just for, and if you're not watching, which we always prefer you do on YouTube, that's where I'm trying to build up my numbers, because we take the time to film it, and I want people to see you and get to know you. But there are a lot of people that are just listening to the podcast right now and won't watch it. But 2 great guys. One guy I've known for a long time, so I like people I've got background on. I'm not going to recommend anybody that is not going to do the work perfect or give you the right price, and they don't overcharge. Let me tell you, there's other people that do what you do that charge more than you do.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes people these days are looking for a deal, but they're looking for a great job, and sometimes you got to work a little bit harder to make less money. And it's tough. I know running a business, you got overhead and things like that, but your pricing is spot on. So I appreciate that. Yeah. Secondly, finding you, how can people find Hart Boys?
So we have a website. It's heartboyspressurewashing.com. Then if you look up Hart Boys Power Wash on Google, will be the first page that pops up there.
Well done.
If our SEO guys do the job.
If our SEO guys are doing their job.
It's good to be first. And again, Hart Boys is spelled Hart Boys. So you got Hart Boys Pressure Washing, or just Pressure Wash?
Yeah, heartboyspressurewashing.com.
All right.
Yeah.
Got that. That's an easy way to find you. And then you've got socials.
Yep. We got a Instagram, Facebook, same thing. It'll be a Hart Boys Power Wash, and then TikTok if you're on that.
And we talked, you haven't done much on TikTok, but I'm telling you, you got to do a little bit. If China takes it down or the U.S. takes it down, whatever, but you got to do a little bit there.
No, it's a money maker if you're doing it right, that's for sure.
Yeah, but Instagram and Facebook's the place to be. And again, if your wife's like mine, I still think I can get on that roof. She won't let me. She's like, you will fall off and kill yourself. But there's a lot of stuff that people, if you're working hard or you've been successful, which is all we're about, is anybody finding that Hollywood job for you. What is the ultimate job? And for these guys, it's being in business for themselves. For you, Rob, it's not dealing with the man and trying to convince people to invest or trying to go around getting people to do a second mortgage or trying to get people to just refi.
Yeah. So my clients coming to me. It's like I can pass those through my partners and do that, but I'm just helping him build his business. And
that's really cool that you're helping your son build the business.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it's both of you. Mm-hmm. And y'all, father and son.
Brother will join us sometime soon.
It's a plan. Really make it a full-on.
Get your brother to join in.
Yep, come bring him down soon enough. Hopefully.
Oh, that's good, man. Well, we wish you all the success in the world, and follow them, find them on socials. But again, it's about life, liberty, and that pursuit of show business. If you're out there and you're doing your show business job and you're happy and life is good, do you really want to get on your own roof? Do you really want to worry about the right chemicals? I've done that route. I tried to do my own roof. The guy at Ace thought he knew. He didn't. The guy at Home Depot thought he knew. He didn't. I didn't even go to Lowe's because I was already discouraged. So, it's just like everybody recommends a product, try this, try that, and it sucks. And, and I'm out there in the bed of my truck on a 6-foot ladder spraying my roof. And I'm like, because the wife won't let me get up there, when I could have just called you and spent a little bit more than all the chemicals I bought and had it done right.
Right.
Sometimes
and it's just worth it.
Yeah, and doing the windows too. So keep your house looking good. HOAs care, but if you take pride in your house. And lastly, what you do, it's not just about beauty. I assume you save roofs, you save paint. I mean, basically, what you're doing increases the value of the home and keeps the work you've done in place.
Oh yeah, precisely. I mean, even more than keeping it aesthetically pleasing, it's more of the lifetime value of not having to replace a roof or a deck, by giving it an extra 5-6 years of longevity by just simply cleaning it and just staying on a scheduled maintenance, year round or biannual cleaning goes a long way. Yeah, especially with gutters. People underestimate how important it is to have your gutters cleaned out. We had a client, her gutter line collapsed. $35,000 of damage in her doors and windows just because she neglected to clean out her gutters.
A couple thousand every year and had us do a biannual cleaning and never would have had
that. The biannual cleaning. My neighbors do the biannual cleaning. The guys just show up, they do the windows, pressure wash the side of the house, and they clean their gutters.
Yeah, that's all we do. We have service agreements, we have packages, bulk discounts if you do quarterly cleanings, and then discounts for biannual. A lot of stuff that we work in with.
All right.
Homeowner, that's just got to keep the maintenance, that's adulting. You got to pay your dues.
All right.
Keep stuff up.
Call the Hart Boys, 770-330-8266. And I'm sure Jeff is putting this up anyway. And give him a ring and ask for the come on deal. There's got to be a reason I brought him on here. I'm going to get a little bit of a deal, and I want you to get a little bit of a deal. So tell him you saw the podcast and get your house clean. See what you need and get it done. Can I get a come on?
Yeah, come on.